Ulysses Campbell for Fantastic Forum here at Escape Velocity in National Harbor, the NASA contingent, and I'm talking to the man in charge. It's Dr. C. Alex Young, and you are Associate Director for Science?
For Science in the Heliophysics Science Division at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center.
I'm glad you added all that other stuff because,
it's a mouthful.
Yeah, I was going to say, it makes you sound really, really smart.
Hey, well, if I can give that impression that way, then hey, that's not too bad. So,
well, actually, just the fact that you are employed at NASA means you are actually smart. And I, as a layperson, I have a great deal of admiration for what it is that you do. And thank you so much for coming out and supporting this wonderful initiative.
We really appreciate it. We're really happy to be here. And personally, I'm always excited about sharing NASA science, engineering, technology. I mean, that's what I live for.
Now, there was something really exciting that you actually, a couple of really exciting, well, everything you were saying was really exciting, but in particular about something that's happening this coming August, the 21st, I believe.
Yes, so 2017, August 21st, the U.S. is going to be privileged to see a total solar eclipse. So it's the first time since the early 1900s that we've actually had one that was visible across the entire continent. So it's going to start in Oregon and the line of totality. This is a 60-mile wide region where if you're in that, you can see the total solar eclipse. It's traveling across the country. It ends around Charleston, South Carolina. And it's going to be a truly amazing experience. But the cool thing is that everyone in North America, Central America, a good portion of South America, even Europe and Africa are going to get to see at least a partial eclipse. So more than probably 1 billion people are going to get to experience this really amazing astronomical event. While I'm excited that everyone's going to get to see the partial, and one of the nice things is that NASA, as well as all of our partners across the country, are going to be able to show this online on NASA TV so that everyone can get to see the total eclipse. I highly recommend that if you have the opportunity to take that road trip, because it is going to truly be an amazing, once-in-a-lifetime kind of experience.
Now, and you mentioned that there is a 60-mile wide swath as the Earth turns.
Right, the shadow of the moon is traveling across the Earth. That's roughly 60 miles wide. So you've got a pretty good region that you can be in, and of course that goes all the way diagonally across the U.S.
Well, okay, and I believe that we have footage, so people are actually seeing as we're discussing it, the area that's covered. How close is it going to be? I mean, I live in Washington. How far am I going to have to travel to be able to see the totality of the event?
If you go kind of diagonally, you're going to probably have to go down to about Tennessee. And of course, if you go straight south, you can go down to South Carolina. So this is a pretty decent distance, not too bad. So several hours drive. But if you are in the DC metro area, you're going to get to see approximately 85% totality. So that's not too bad.
No, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's going to be dangerous to actually look at this event with the naked eye, isn't it?
Well, it is dangerous to look at the event when you're leading up to totality. So that in that case, when you're looking at the sun anytime, you should have protective, approved glasses, as well as either you can project it onto a screen, or if you have a telescope with the right kind of filters. Now, during the time of totality, which is about 2.5 minutes, you can look at it, and that is actually a worthwhile experience. You just want to make sure that you're very careful. It's best to look at it with a group so that you know exactly when you've passed totality, right when the moon is completely blocked out the disk, then it's safe. But it's always best to do it right in the middle, so that way you don't hit the very beginning or the very end, because you don't want to be looking at it as we're moving out of totality. So in that case, it's best to do a little bit of research, to look ahead of time. And the good thing is there's a lot of resources with a lot of different organizations across the country. NASA has its own resources. You can find information on our own dedicated website, eclipse2017.nasa.gov, and there you'll find out all of the activities that are happening across the country along the path as well as away from the path. You can find out where the live streams are from us, from our partners at places like the Exploratorium, and in addition, you can find out all the things you need to know about how to safely observe it, how to make sure that you get the best enjoyment out of the whole event.
Wow. Thank you so much to you, Dr. Young, Ulysses Campbell, for a fantastic forum. We'll be right back.